What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
Have you ever wondered what occurs when romance rekindles? Get an exclusive first peek at 365 Days 4 and learn the explosive secrets that will leave you breathless. Prepare to be flooded by your senses. Prepare for a first peek at 365 Days 4, where desire soars and limits are obliterated.
I can't forget about you.
365 Days is a Polish sexual thriller film directed by Laura Biel and Tomasz Mandes that was released in 2020. Based on Blanka Lipińska's first novel of a trilogy, the narrative follows a young Warsaw lady, Anna Maria Sieklucka, in a spiritless relationship who falls for a dominant Sicilian guy, Michele Morrone, who imprisons her and imposes a 365-day time limit for her to fall in love with him. The film was released in theaters in Poland on February 7, 2020, and will be accessible on Netflix on June 7, 2020. It immediately attracted global recognition, becoming one of the most watched items in several countries across multiple continents and having won a Netflix longest stretches as the most watched item in the United States. Despite its success, the film garnered generally poor reviews, with critics focusing on its apparent glorification of the mafia and excessive use of sex sequences with sexual violence, drawing analogies to the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. We've all been an emotional roller coaster in our romantic lives. Join us as we explore the fascinating world of 365 Days 4, where love and temptation mix, reminding us of our desires. Netflix has yet to announce 365 Days 4, but because the next 365 days were such a success for the streaming giant, another film is certainly possible. The threequel registered 39.31 million hours seen on Netflix in its first 4 days, and fans haven't been able to stop speculating over the next 365 Days mysterious finale, which left Laura and Massimo's relationship destiny in the air. The trilogy was based on the books by Blanka Lipińska, and she has yet to create a fourth novel. However, considering how much the films have departed from the events of the book series, a fourth film is still possible. Because of the whole lot of physical sequences, the first part became popular, and as soon as people started viewing it, the filmmakers didn't want to release the second half of the movie. And then again, within a few months, the third part fell as well. Each film added to the number of steamy moments. There is no compelling story to follow, and everyone watches the film for the same reason. But because the film was adored by fans all around the world, they can't help but wonder whether there will be a fourth installment. So here are all the facts we could find regarding 365 Days Part 4. Another reason Part 4 is extremely likely is how Part 3 ended, with no resolution on who Laura picks at the end. Therefore, the fourth part might provide some closure. Concerning what occurred in the third act of the film, Laura is depressed and Nacho has offered to wait for her while she meets with Massimo. Laura has already decided that Massimo would be upset with her since he knew what happened between him and Nacho. Massimo, on the other hand, is just happy. Massimo then tells Laura that he was heartbroken when he realized Laura couldn't talk to him about their baby's death, since he felt he was a decent husband and she could open up to him about anything. Laura assures him that he will undoubtedly be a terrific parent someday. An emotional scene ensues. Remember the first part statement, "Are you lost, baby girl?" that he asks Laura? "Are you okay, baby girl?" And that concludes the third chapter. So in Part 4, we could find out who Laura selects. Then it could go further into their connection. Laura's best friend got engaged in Part 2 of the story, so we may see her marrying or a twist in their relationship. We may see more of the drug trade and mafia world. The fourth film might revolve around the wedding of Olga and Domenico, whose relationship received little attention in the third film. A wedding would be the best venue for any emotions to be expressed. Therefore, it may be good for additional drama. For the time being, all we can say is that 365 Days 4 is released on Netflix. There will be a lot of romance. There is no official confirmation that there will be a fourth installment of the film. but there is a good likelihood that it'll be revived for another installment. However, there are other aspects to consider. To begin with, the author has only authored 3 novels, which are already covered in the film. Because the films have used most of the novel's source material, we must wait until the 4th part of the novel is out. Given the success of the trilogy thus far, the author might easily create a 4th installment. The 1st installment of the film was released in 2020. The 2nd and 3rd installments were issued in quick succession, the 1st in April 2022 and the 2nd in August 2022. This is because both segments were shot concurrently, and we are very certain that the 4th installment has not yet begun production because of a shortage of source material. Netflix, a streaming site, would be another influence. To decide whether to renew a program or movie, Netflix considers its popularity and how much viewing it has had. Part 4 is quite possible, given the movie's popularity. If the film is revived in 2023 or 2024, we may anticipate Part 4 arriving by the end of 2024 or the beginning of 2025, since shooting won't take long. It wouldn't be a 365 days film without Anna-Marie Sieklucka and Michele Morrone reprising their roles as Laura and Massimo, respectively. So if a 4th film were to be made, they would undoubtedly return. Nacho, played by Simone Cesena, has practically become the series' 3rd lead, so he'd be returning as well, especially because he may play a bigger role in Laura's future depending on his actions. More on that later. Magdalena Lamparska will almost certainly return as Laura's best friend Olga, and while his involvement in the 3rd film was minimal, Otar Salardadze should return as Olga's fiancé and Massimo's right-hand man, Domenico. Laura's parents, Clara and Tomasz, who were played by Ewa Kasperzak and Dariusz Yuskowski in the 3rd film, might possibly make cameo appearances. And who knows, maybe we'll see some new faces as well. Any 365 Days 4 footage yet? Unfortunately, no. With 365 Days 4 not yet confirmed by Netflix, production has yet to begin, so the footage will be a long time coming. Even the 3rd film received its trailer barely a few weeks before its release. If you need some Laura and Massimo attractiveness, you can rewatch the full trilogy on Netflix right now. In conclusion, there has been no official word on whether or not a 4th film will be produced, but there are several grounds to assume that it will. The 3rd film, for example, ended on a cliffhanger, with Laura being shot by a sniper. This leaves many issues unresolved, and fans are eager to see what happens next. Second, Netflix's 365 Days films have been a huge hit. The 1st film was the most watched original film on Netflix in 2020, and the 2nd was likewise a tremendous success. This indicates that Netflix is likely to continue the franchise. Thanks for coming along with us for this exciting first peek at 365 Days 4. This latest volume promises an exciting adventure with tantalizing moments and heart-pounding turns. Subscribe today and never miss an update again. Check out our other videos for more enticing content and unique sneak peeks, and prepare to be immersed in the world of 365 days. Well, that's it for now. Make sure that you like our video. Please share your views and opinions in the comment section with us. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video, and we hope to see you at the next one. Until then, peace.